자, 킹덤컴 이어서 가자. 저번에 드디어 겨우 길을 다시 찾았고, 이제는 제발 끝내길 바래. 진짜 길 찾는 거 너무 극혐이야. 내가 했던 게임 중에 제일 불편한 것 같아, 길 찾는 거는. 웬만한 공포 게임도 다 괜찮던데. 이건 뭐 어떻게 도무지 감을 잡을 수가 없네. 왜 다른 게임은 괜찮은데 이것만 그러지? 별나다 별나. 야, 라포타.
Are you Rapper by any chance?
Pardon me? No, much best.
I'll only take a.
What?
I know you're buying copper from that. The blacksmith.
It seems there's no point making excuses.
None. Now tell me where their workshop is.
Of course. That will be the best solution.
So?
Let's leave it for another time.
한눈 팔았는데 어디감? 어디 갔어 이? 아씨 느려 터져가지고 씨 새끼가 씨 빠졌네 빠졌어. 어디 갔어?
Yeah.
아씨 도망갔나? 간 거 같은데.
Yeah. Sakura. The bastard got away. Oh, well,
아씨 한눈 팔다가 씨. 아 저건 또 왜 저러나. 이상하네 저거. 아 놓쳐버렸네.
Are you Rapper? No, but I'm hoping. It'll only take a moment. I.
Of course.
So.
오 빠른데. 나가는 순간 칼빵이야 너. 어디서 말을 벗어나겠네. 오 멈췄다.
So, are you ready to talk?
난
Don't worry. Your master won't be punishing you for betraying him.
지금 저것도 있는데.
It's in the Skullet's mines.
퀄리치 광판.
Down very much.
On the eastern side of Skullet's Hill, there's an abandoned mine gallery. Well, it used to be abandoned. Now there's a small camp in front of it, and the workshop is inside.
Who is your lord?
Sir Yezhek of Ronov. That's
에제.
what he calls himself, although Ronov Castle's long gone.
What happened to it?
Ronov used to belong to Vincent, Count Lichtenberg. After his death, it fell to Margrave Jobst, and he had it pulled down. He knew full well that Vincent's vassals would resist him.
Why? Everyone knows that when a lord dies without issue, the king can confer his estate on whoever he pleases.
But Vincent had descendants. Ronoff only fell to the Margrave because he declared them all illegitimate. All because Vincent had refused to fight for him against Sir Prokop. Sir Jezek led a revolt of the vassals, but Jobst rounded them all up. Only Sir Jezek got away. Since then, he's become the scourge of the domain.
Who are
너는
you,
누구냐?
They call me Rapota. I used to be the executioner's henchman
해영
from Brno.
집행인
And how
부하.
did you come to be serving Sir Jezek?
I helped him escape from prison. If I was going to serve anyone, better Sir Jezek than the executioner.
So you saw being a brigand's henchman as a step up in the world?
I thought if things changed and he stopped marauding, he might get Ronoff back and take me into his service.
Well, after this little escapade, you can forget about that. You'll be lucky if you don't end up swinging on the gallows.
It's all the same anyway now. I've betrayed him.
So who's Sir Jezek working for? Don't tell me he just took it into his head one day to start forging coins.
That's not for me to know. Sir Jezek was on speaking terms with various lordships.
Such as?
We were often guests at the
Go on.
monastery, but I slept in the hayloft, so I heard nothing.
And apart from that?
In the camp, you'd occasionally see a Hungarian nobleman, but I don't know what he was doing there, or who he is.
필요한 건
I think I've
얻었다.
heard enough.
Can I ask you something?
Yes?
I don't want to hang. It's a horrible death. I prefer you just kill me here and now.
얘는 그냥 살릴까?
Ah, you're not worth tainting my sword with your blood. Now get lost before I change my mind.
아니야. 그냥 놔줘야겠다. 아, 자꾸 이러면 안 되는데. 버릇될 것 같네. 관리치라. 멀리 있나? 로브나 쪽이 더 가깝네. 중간에 취소할 수 있으면 바로 가는 건데. 한번 자야 될 것 같은데. 응? 끼어들지 마. 괜히 싸우다가 또 뒤질라. 저러다 뒤진 게 한두 번이 아니니까 조심해야지. 좀 살이는 게 맞아. 저장하기 전까지. 방향이 그쪽. 어두.
Yeah. Yeah.
경어로구만.
Yeah.
자,
Yeah.
물습에 막히니까 이게 너무 제약이 된다.
Yeah.
장길이 없는데. 여기로 가면 나오겠다. 가다가 떨어지는 게 아닌가 몰라.
야.
야영지? 들키면 안 되겠지?
Hey, who's there? What's that? What was that noise? What's going on there?
설마 보여? 설마 이런 은신도 없는 거야?
What's going on there?
이쪽으로 가면 너무 위험하겠다.
Hey, who's there?
What are you doing here? Trying to fly, are you? Stuart! Get over here! Hey!
What have we got here? Entertainment! Great! Way off!
팔잡이 있는데. 그렇지.
Is that all you got? Herrgott!
인킬 맞았네. 불쌍한 새끼. 아. 아 근데 너무 불리한데? 아. 이 땅놈의 새끼가 씨.
You're done. Gone weaker than he.
아니 스태미나 진짜 너무 족같아 이거.
Take that. No, no.
그랬다. 마무리. 빌어먹을 악종놈들. 죽어 그냥. 아 새끼들. 화살은 내가 잘 뜨도록 하지. 아 죽는 줄 알았다. 어떻게든 이겼네. 얘는 왜 활이 두 개야? 네 개네? 미친놈. 화살이 너무 많은가 보다. 말 좀 쓸까?
hell was that?
아. 아니 그 싸움이 벌어졌는데 아직도 안 일어나고 있네. 오, 관통자. 딱히 필요한 게 없네. 있는 게 뭐야? 좀 잘까? 어차피 싹 다 죽여놨으니까 안전하겠지. 밝다. 체력도 다 채웠고. 작업장을 찾으라 했는데 여길까? 갈래길? 찾았다. 아하, 여기구만.
What do you want here? I don't know you.
I'm here at the command of the royal hetman, Sir Radzig Kabila.
Radzig Kobila, the king's hetman. I see.
I'm here to place you under arrest.
I gathered as much. And you came alone. Ha! Very daring of you, I must say.
저장할 걸.
I got to where I am without anyone else. Doesn't seem like I need any help.
You look capable. I could use a lad like you.
It's an interesting offer, but I'll turn it down if you don't mind.
By the way, who betrayed me?
That hardly matters, does it?
Do you think I won't get a chance to settle up with them? But I hope you don't imagine I'm just going to follow meekly after you like a lamb to the slaughter.
That would be the more sensible choice.
Well, I'm not a sensible man. I'd rather settle this in a knightly fashion.
But I'm not a knight. I prefer to resolve the issue another way.
What would people say about me then? The noble Sir Jezek gave up without a fight to a low-born lad?
Have you ever watched a man die?
More times than I'd care to. Why?
In the end, they all shit themselves and roll around in a puddle of their own blood, peasant and nobleman alike.
True. I'll just have to hope that today it won't be the nobleman.
Come here, lily liver.
오. 일단
I'm over here.
매서운데?
You're going to cry now.
Fucking hell!
오. 저 쳐내는 거 봐. 기사라 이건가?
You know it.
응.
Please, please. I'm
아니,
sure we can come to some
야,
sort
여태껏
of agreement.
You can talk all you like, but not here and not to me. Let's go.
나 그 할배 새끼가 제일 힘들었는데? 뭐야 얘는?
Let's go.
갑옷의 유무인가?
Master Fayfar is very keen to meet you.
애대경이라길래 저게 뭐 빡세다거나 뭐 그런 게 있을 줄 알았더니만 뭐야? 내 생각 이해한데?
Good work, Henry.
Thank you, Master Fayfar.
갑옷이 없어서 그런 건가?
Easy, I can tell you.
I'll take some men and have a good look around there.
And what should I do?
You should get some rest
어이없어.
and go to Rate. In the meantime, Sir Radzig will have this wretch questioned. Maybe he'll get something useful out of it.
쉽게 끝나서 다행이다 그래도.
All right. I'll see you in Ratai then.
진짜 힘들게 여기까지 왔다. 몇 번이나 접고 싶었지만 그걸 견디고 여기까지 왔지. 틀 일이 많구만.
Good health.
이미 하나 있으니까 뭐 팔자. 해도 될까? 이게 되네. 아, 역시 안 되는구나. 아쉽다. 대장 건너면 가야겠네. 많이도 있다.
cucumbers.
Yeah.
Stay firm all winter. Buy
라타이로. 어? 짐이 많다고? 아씨, 아직. 와. 이제 진짜 라타이로. 설마 도적을 또 만나겠어. 야, 빠른 이동 없었으면 어떻게 했냐, 이거. 이런 거라도 있어서 다행이다. 오랜만이구만. 저장 한번 해야겠다. 한 8시까지? 그때까지 휴식하고. 그 다음에 바로 만나면 되겠네. 너무 어둡잖아. 이쪽이었나? 아, 여기 있다.
There's the man. Good work, Henry.
Thank you, sir.
I tell you to take a well-earned rest.
아, 씨.
Unfortunately, I need
또
one more
있어.
thing from you.
Whatever you command.
Jezek refuses to talk to us. The stubborn bastards
나를
ask him
만나길
to see you.
요구한다고?
Me?
왜?
Indeed. Normally I'd send for Captain Burner to beat it out of him, but then I told myself that if he's so keen to speak to you...
I'll try to get something out of him. Where is he?
He's locked up in the tower. Bernard will give you the key.
Very well, sir.
왜 나를 만난다고 하는 걸까? 알 수 없네.
야!
위치는? 일단 저기. 아, 열 때도 그냥 주고 갔으면 되는 거 아니야? 열 때 좀 받아오지. 씨. 눈치가 없네. 얘를 2번 하는 꼴이네.
야! 야!
어우, 힘들어. 이건? 뭐야? 프란 삥. 뭐야? 아니. 이제 네, 뭐야? 그게 난 저기야? 그렇군.
I check.
Was the end. He should have let me beat some answers out of him.
Don't take it that way. He probably wants to talk to me because he reckons he can hoodwink me. But that's where he's wrong.
Just try not to mess it up. Here's that key.
Thanks.
훈련. 검.
I'd like to improve my swordsmanship.
Certainly.
I'd like to hone my skills.
First, you have to have some skills to hone.
I'm interested in more advanced techniques.
중국?
All right, but it'll cost you.
아이 갑질. 와.
Isn't that quite a lot? Satisfied?
Come now, just a little more, and we have a deal.
에이.
Agreed. Now listen up.
아빠. 와 이렇게 오르는구나. 돈 벌면 여기다가 좀 써야겠는데. 난 롱소드 쓰니까 배기 찌르기 약간 돈 아깝긴 한데 이 정도면 나쁘지 않지.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
안방.
Yeah.
여긴가?
Consider it. Mind, though, that it might be nice to get some assurances for my cooperation. After all, I'm the one the Margrave unjustly declared the scourge of the land and expelled from Moravia. They even pulled my beautiful castle down. It was the necessity of making a living that forced me to take some liberties.
I suppose there's some truth in that. I may speak with Sir Radzig and he might pardon you, but not unless you start talking.
Very well, ask me anything you want. I won't be obstructive.
What I want to know most of all is who's behind it. Who are you making those forgeries for?
Do you think I couldn't have handled it all myself?
I'm not trying to
당연하지.
insult you. It's just not a job one man could do alone.
All right, the way it began was I was short of coin, as usual. So I let those crimps in Sasau recruit me.
Recruit you into what?
I didn't inquire too much. In this business, you don't ask too many questions. But when they found out I wasn't just anybody, they put me in charge of the counterfeiting. A foreigner by the name of Eric gave me instructions. But for sure, he isn't the chief. And there's someone highly placed at the monastery who's mixed up in it too. But I don't know who.
수도원에도 속해 있다는 거구나.
How did you come to hear of all this business?
I met some old friends in Colleen a few months ago, and they said they were heading for Sasau, that armed men were being recruited, and they'll hire anyone.
Old friends? Who were they?
Just a couple of brigands.
도저?
Used to ambush the Margrave's messengers in Moravia together.
Nice friends you keep.
네,
I was in
끼리끼리
dispute
만나는
with the
법이지.
Margrave. A man in my position finds himself mixed up with all sorts.
And then what?
Rapota and I had been living off stale crusts for a month, so I wasn't going to turn down the chance of work, honest or otherwise. We rode to Sasau and met with the recruiters. It didn't take long to realize I was a nobleman fallen on hard times, not some common peasant.
Can you get to the point?
Well, they introduced me to this Eric, and he told me what was needed. They set up the workshop, got the men, the supplies, everything.
This Eric, you reckon he's not the one in charge?
He puts on airs, but he's just a naive young pup. And he's always going on about his lord, though he never mentioned him by name.
Where can I find this Eric? You must have had some meeting place.
He used to come to the workshop unannounced, and after what's happened, I doubt he'll be showing his face there again.
This highly placed person at the monastery, what can you tell me about him?
I've no idea who he is, only that he's no small fry. After all, he handles the exchange of the forgeries in Passau.
I see. Is there anything else at all you can tell me about him?
No, he was supposed to supply me with materials too, but he backed out. Eric said he probably got cold feet.
Crimps?
Well, it seems so. I was giving the recruiters some of the coins to do it. The fake ones, of course.
Where can I find the recruiting gang?
That's tricky. It was my friends who led me to them. We met with them in the woods next to Sasau. It's about who you know, as always.
You said you gave them money. Where was that?
They'd ride to the mine gallery to see me.
광산king.
I don't suppose you'd find them there now.
If you say so.
그쪽?
That'll do me for the moment.
Will you put in a word for me with Sir Radzig? I'll swear allegiance to him if he'll have me. I'm sick of being a renegade.
I can try, but I can't promise you anything.
뭐 일단 가보자. 어렵네. 어디 갔어? 여기 있다.
So what have you learned?
All sorts of things.
Who is he?
I don't know, but he's recruiting armed men in Sasau and forming an army.
Damn. So it looks like Pribyslavitz wasn't the end of it.
It most certainly wasn't, sir. And what's more, Sir Jezek is convinced this Eric is only a go-between, and there's someone bigger behind him.
You should return to Sasau and take a closer look at those recruiters. If they're going to attack, we must find out sooner than last time.
It might not be as straightforward as that. So Jezek didn't know them and has no idea how to find them.
You'll have to manage somehow, my lad. Don't tell me there's an armed force amassing here and nobody knows anything. Go to Sasau and try to find them.
I'm not sure where to start, sir.
Then ask around the alehouses and inns, or at the Rathaus.
Someone must have heard something. These things can't be entirely kept in the dark. Whatever you
그렇긴
do,
하지.
be careful, Henry. And best not mention my name. It would attract unwelcome attention. What we want is for the crimps to take you for just another village lad they can lure into their gang.
All right, sir. I'll try to blend in as best I can.
I know I'm asking a lot of you.
알고
But I know of
있구나.
no one else who could help as much as you can now.
Sir, there's one more thing. Sir Jezek went with me without resistance, because I promised him he could come to an agreement with you.
My boy, my boy. You make promises in my name? That could turn out very badly for both of us. But, if it can prevent bloodshed, why the hell not? We may well come to some arrangement after all, but I can't say
말하지 말 걸
what will
그랬나?
become of him. You'd better run along.
As you command, sir.
괜히 말했다 이거. 죽게 내버려 둘걸. 싸우는 것도 보니까 별로 도움 안 될 것 같은데. 위치는 얘랑 C밖에 없네. 어우 뻐근해. 검술 좀 더 올려야 할 것 같은데. 방어도 올리는 게 나을라나? 하지만 돈이 필요. 오늘 한번 도적질을 좀 해볼까? 밤이 되면. 쭉. 여긴 뭐야? 아, 시냅스 없구나.
God.
하러 가야겠는데? 누가 팔까? 형이?
Mother of.
찍고 다녀? 새끼가 저거 마음에 안 드는 느낌이네. 파리.
What? Of course.
아, 거래 있구나.
Welcome.
The raven. What are you? Good luck, man.
안 파네. 나한테 제일 필요한데.
God be with you.
누가 팔까? 저장을 해야 도둑질을 하고 다니지. 어떻게 될 줄 알고. 마을 사람?
Looking for someone?
안 비키네. 여긴 팔까?
My respects.
God be with you.
판다. 힘을 단련한 잠시 화장실 갔다 와야겠다. 어디 한번 해볼까?
야!
이부터.
야! God be with you. Have you noticed anything suspicious lately?
And what's your idea of suspicious?
Have you heard of anyone looking to hire some rough men?
Mercenaries, you mean?
Yes.
There were some fellows conspiring here in the corner twice a week, and others coming and going. They didn't look entirely respectable, but they never made any trouble.
Is there any way I'll recognize them?
Unquenchable thirst? They drank like fish. They were rough-looking, too. Big-bearded and scruffy. Aside from that, they mostly kept to themselves.
That's not much help. What did they do while they were waiting for someone?
They drank. And they played dice. I do remember there were always dice on the table.
And what happened to them?
I don't know, they just stopped coming. And I haven't seen hide nor hair of them
어느
since.
날부터 오지
You haven't heard
않았다.
anything about where they went?
How could I have? They just stopped coming, and that's that.
Where do you think they might be meeting now?
How should I know? I'm an honest innkeeper, not a man at arms. They could be meeting at another inn. They could be meeting in the woods by the light of the moon, for all I know.
So they were fond of dice, were they? And where would you find a game around here?
Anywhere there's dice and usually drink. That's all you need for a game. Although it dawns on me now, I never saw Simon with those men, oddly enough.
하이머?
He's got a nose for drunken dice players with a coin to lose.
Simon who?
Why, the young miller. He runs Katzig Mill. Neighbours are always slandering him for trafficking, but who knows? Maybe he just has a knack for business.
You don't know where I might find some more dishonourable folk?
And why would you want them? You'll set tongues wagging about you.
But they'd be the ones to know what reputable townsfolk don't.
I grant you that. Well, we don't have an executioner, just a knacker. But he's an odd fellow. Like any knacker, I suppose. And there's some strange tales about Miller Simon, too. But I'd say it's just jealousy.
What can you tell me about the knacker?
Decent folk don't talk about him.
해 다루는
He
놈.
deals in carcasses.
I was hoping you'd tell me a bit more than that.
Why should I care about him? He lives in a house by the church, and that's all
왜?
I know. And all I'll say.
What can you tell me about Simon?
왜라?
There's not much to tell. He runs Katzig Mill, and some say thieves meet there at night. But isn't there gossip about every miller? I don't think he's a sinner. But only God knows for sure.
Anything else?
You might not find him at the mill. He's a busy man, always out and about making some deal or other. And he likes to throw dice, especially when he sees a fat purse hanging on a drunken belly.
Thank you for the help.
Not at all. But why off so soon? Sit down for a tankard or a bite to eat.
어이가 없네.
God be with you.
뭐야 얘? 다 잠겼네. 이와트 다 여기 있는 거야? 아 신기하네.
야!
여긴가?
야!
My respects to you.
Are you the local knacker?
I'm the local grave digger. But if there aren't any burials to take care of,
너였구나.
turn me
Like things that Anything fishy going on in these parts?
There certainly is. Candles
호텔
are being
훔쳐가?
stolen from the church, as brazen as that. What sort of people do that?
Ah, but have you heard of anyone around here hiring adventurers and bandits?
How would I know that? Most people avoid talking to me. I don't even go to the tavern much these days.
And what's been happening in Sasau lately?
Nothing interesting. Except maybe that bitch.
개새끼가 도망났다.
What? Who was she, a villager? I wouldn't call that nothing interesting.
No, I mean a dog bitch. It was a while
아,
back.
진짜
They called me
개새끼.
to clear it up.
What happened?
The dog looked like she'd been hacked to bits. They were scared it was some demon, but as far as I could see, someone took a sword or an axe to her.
Why on earth would
막이라.
anyone do that?
What do I know? Maybe he was snooping around where he shouldn't, and the bitch went for him. I hear there was some dog-bitten fellow being cared for
일리
in the
있네.
monastery. Only they kept him there on account of a broken leg. Maybe that's the same one.
Thank you. I'll be going now.
Very well. Feel free to stop by any time. People shy away from me, except when there's a death, or the cesspit's full. May the Lord watch over you.
힘들겠구만. 맛있다.
Yeah.
일단 저기로 가야겠네. 언급도 하지 말라 했고 또 뭐가 있더라? 기억이 안 난다.
Yeah.
헤매지 않고 잘 찾을 수 있을라나 모르겠다. 거의 대부분 헤매면서 게임하다 보니까. 자, 내가 찾는 놈은 누굴까? 마티아스.
He's not reacting. But all I can see that's wrong with him is his leg.
토마스.
I have to ask Johanka. What's happening here? Oh my god. Philip and... they're all...
Yes. Where do you think the wounded ended up?
Actually, I had no idea.
Well, now you know. Me and Nicodemus have been trying to keep things under control since Skalitz was raised. Just the two of us. God bless.
난 도울 생각 없는데. 아씨.
Certainly. You can always... And it's been like that since the beginning.
아니 이 새끼가 우리가 얼마나 바쁜데. 씨.
They took me to Ratai unconscious, and I needed a healer. How is everyone holding up? What can I do?
Holding up? People here are dying, usually needlessly, and I can't do anything about it. We don't have enough food or space or anyone who's willing to help us.
그러겠지.
Doesn't anyone help you with nursing these people? You've got scholars all around you.
Scholars, maybe, but they leave the healing up to God. Nicodemus is trying, but everything he knows is from his books.
Brother Nicodemus? Who's he?
He takes care of the injured. He knows something about herbs and a little about setting broken bones.
And is he good at it?
He tries, but he doesn't have much experience.
Doesn't the monastery care for them?
They give us some food for them and a place to sleep, but I wouldn't say they help exactly. More like they just tolerate us.
그럴만하지.
Do you have enough food?
Enough to survive, maybe. But convalescents need feeding up.
Maybe if I brought some meat, some game, that would strengthen them up.
That would be a great help.
고기. 아,
Anything else you need?
Look around.
Well, it is a little crowded.
Crowded. I've had to leave some of the sick lying in the open air, even at night. And have you seen what they're lying on?
I'll try to negotiate better conditions with the monastery.
I tried that, out loud. They just nod their heads, but don't move a muscle.
Very well. And how are you doing? You're the only woman here, alone in the monastery.
Some of the monks speak to me, but other people act like I don't exist. Too bad the custodian isn't one of those.
Is the custodian causing you problems?
All the time. Apparently he has a wife somewhere, but that doesn't stop him. He's constantly strutting around in front of me.
And, what else?
What do you mean, what else? He's invited me to his home.
I could do something about it, if you liked.
No, I can deal with him. The last thing I need is you going around threatening people. It won't help me, and it definitely won't help the refugees.
죽은 자는 아무것도 못할 텐데.
Why is there a guard outside?
He's here because of me.
어?
Because of you?
Yes. There was one time I just had enough of it all, of the way they treat us, and I almost slapped one of... But that doesn't matter.
What can you tell me about the custodian?
He's supposed to be in charge of all the guards and the security of the monastery. But really, he has a say in pretty much everything, including supplies. And that's why he probably thinks he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
All right, that's all I need to know.
Look, Henry, I know I can speak harshly, but I'm at the end of my tether. Last week, Bohuslav died. Maybe you knew him. And nobody even blinked an eye. We desperately need help.
I'll do whatever's in my power. Tell me more about the situation here. All right, that's all I need to know. What's wrong with that man by the altar? He doesn't look wounded, but he's really pale and doesn't react at all.
He had a broken leg. A bad one. The bone had come right through the skin. We tried to straighten it, but I don't know if we did it right. I'm not holding out much hope for him. I've seen folk in that state before, and it didn't end well.
My God, there has to be something we can do.
And what do you suggest? The monks won't help, and I don't know anyone else who can.
얘는 안 되겠지?
Well, I can try. I'll straighten his leg.
You?
Unfortunately, I've had occasion to try this sort of thing before.
아, 해본 적
You have to place
없는데.
the bones as precisely as you can next to each other. It's hard, but you have to ignore any screams of pain. That's the only way to help him.
Well, fine.
내가
Try it then. Take care.
어디 축하해. 너가 처음이야.
Are you holding him firmly?
Aye.
오, 됐어.
I'm not needed here. Philip, from Skalitz. I don't see any wounds, but he's shaking terribly. He just needs to sleep. I'm not needed here.
Where? What's happening?
You look all right?
Mostly, but my leg still hurts.
Did the Cumans wound you?
That's what I tell the ladies. Truth is, I did myself a mischief while I was running away.
그거나.
Do they rebandage it for you?
Occasionally. They told me they don't have enough bandages.
Well, that's no use. Those bandages need changing. I'll get some.
많으니까 좀 줘.
just won't get any sleep. What will happen to my family?
He'll be able to get out of this on his own.
Huh? Damn.
You're not from Scab.
No, but please.
What happened to you?
I was working on the building. When...
Well.
Yes, that's what everyone tells.
Well.
Weeks.
I just can't.
What's the problem?
I have a family. I'm poor. And where can me and my wife go then? Who'll take us?
Is there anything I can do to help?
When I was little, my father got trampled on by a horse.
And do you remember what?
I don't. But there's supposed to be.
I'll try to.
Thank you.
Good luck to you.
아유, 귀찮은데 내가 굳이 해야 되나? 괜찮다.
Christ!
What are you making?
A fuss? Hurts.
Oh, and for God be with you.
What do you do?
What I can.
Thank you.
Good luck to you.
해봐도 되나? 배워줄게 내가.
What? Help! Over there!
Surrender! You've committed a crime and I'm arresting you.
Ah, kurwa!
안 되네.
Caught you. Now you'll pay. What? That brawling and all the rest. It's jail for you. And
Look, I'll tell.
You there!
Surrender!
Enough!
You've committed a crime and I'm arresting you.
got you. What? Don't pretend you.
Oh, come on.
이것도 안 되네. 통하는 게 있을까?
You there! Stop!
Take your whining.
Don't
Ah.
move a finger.
여기를 싸우겠다는 거야?
You stop right
Got you.
where you are.
And now,
What?
Hey, you.
don't pretend.
Halt.
Enough.
한판 시원하게 싸우자. 이렇게 된 거.
You stop right where you are. Surrender.
Is that the... Call that combat.
Gone weak at the knees, have you? Is someone there?
아, 다구리. 아. 불러오기. 아, 씨, 다구리 힘드네. 둘러싸이면 이거 답이 없다. 아깝다. 될 줄 알았는데. 안 되는구나.
He just needs to sleep. I'm not needed here.
잠 좀 자고 싶다 하길래 재워준 것 뿐인데. 이게 왜 안 될까?
I see you look.
No, I feel. If you ever need to know about anything that's going on in Sasau, come and see me.
어, 그래?
There's nothing much happens here without my knowledge. Thomas is my name.
How are you doing? Feeling better yet?
Aye, much better. I'm truly grateful. A bit longer and I'll be able to run back to the woods and carry on. Well, never mind. Very kind of you to look in on me.
Truth be told, I didn't come just for your health.
What do you need?
Well, I've heard tell there's work for fearless men who enjoy a bit of silver.
Ah, I believe I can help you with that. They used to frequent the
Cool.
tavern, but now they meet in the church.
The church?
Aye, that's right. The church is locked at night, but if you see a light, the door will be open. Go in there and wait. Say a prayer or something, and then you'll see.
That's it? I don't need to speak to anyone?
Just doing what I told you is enough. They'll give you a good look over and see if you've got the metal. Don't you worry about that.
All right, thank you.
You took care of me, why wouldn't I help you? Tit for tat, eh?
May the Lord watch over you.
가면 교회로. 알겠지. 아마 저 끝에 있던 걸로 기억하는데 내가. 칼 좀 한번 갈고 갈까? 이게 나아지는지 안 나아지는지는 모르겠다. 나도. 이 정도면 되겠다.
야!
밤이 생각보다 늦네.
야!
Hey!
저는 예? 델텔 원기 떨어지니까 한번 자야 할 텐데. 아, 어떻게 나오나 보자고.
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in
Amen.
heaven. What?
So, you've been looking for us, eh? What is it you want?
알고 왔구만.
I hear you're hiring
역시.
men who don't mind getting their hands dirty.
Is that so? And where did you hear that?
Taverns and the like? People talk?
Well, that's a pretty tale. But no one in any tavern told you to come here and wait, did they? So let's have it. Who told you?
I don't recall his name, but he was one of your friends. He said that he couldn't take me straight to you, that I had to go through the church.
He was right about that. But he still said more than he should have.
I know my way around. You won't go wrong with me.
Spare me the boasting.
I've got a test ready for you. Let's see how you handle it before you tell us how wonderful you are.
What test?
Nothing complicated. We used to take anyone who looked like they could keep their head on straight, but not now.
시키는 걸 해야만 들어올 수 있다나.
If you do what we tell you.
Which is what? Steal something?
Nah, not theft. If you want to join
Pius?
us, you have to kill Pius.
누구요?
I'll have to find him first.
You don't need to find him. We know where he is.
Then why haven't you killed him yourselves?
It's quite a test. He's hiding in a monastery.
With the stable boys? It's not hard to get into the grounds.
No, not there. Oh, he would have been dead long since. He's
Better.
in the, cloister.
깊은 곳에 있네.
But only monks can get in there.
Just monks and Pius. He's an educated bastard. Seems he used to be a priest, but it didn't quite work out.
Who's Pius, and why should I kill him?
That's none of your business. But I'll tell you anyway, because it's an instructive tale. Pius was one of us, but he...
너희는 그래도 될 것 같은데.
How? Did he steal something?
Yeah, that was part of it. Stole some money, ran away. A few boys died over it. Showed a distinct lack of loyalty. And as soon as he's dead, you can join us.
And how am I supposed to get into the cloister?
You'll think of something. Maybe there's a secret passage. I've heard there's some cave underneath.
그건 이미 알고 있고.
Saint Procopius. There might be a way into it from outside.
And do you have any other ideas besides secret passages?
Well, there is this one fellow been hanging around the taverns, supposed to join the monastery soon. Might be he could help you somehow. I tried talking to him if I were
일단
you.
혼자 해볼
And if he
만한데.
doesn't help, knock him on his ass and take anything he's got that you could use to pass yourself off as him. A letter of admittance to the monastery, or whatever.
How will I recognize Pius?
He won't have been there long. He should be the only new one there.
But what if there are others? What does he look like?
Normal. He always went about well dressed and had a fine looking
좋아
dagger.
보이는 단거.
Yes, except he'll be given a robe and they'll take his knife.
Then you'll have to try and figure out which one of the novices it is and get him to betray himself. Try getting him drunk. Then send him straight to hell.
Get him drunk? In a monastery?
We're better. There's more wine there than in the royal cellars. And I doubt he's suddenly stopped drinking.
Fine. So I've got to kill Pius. He's in the cloister, and to get into the cloister, I'll need to enlist the help of some boy who's joining the order, right?
More or less. And now the main thing.
The main thing is to kill him, isn't it?
Of course. But that's not all. All hell's gonna break loose in the monastery after the murder. So, either make sure nobody finds him, or hightail it out of there quick as
이
soon as the
대처리까지?
job's done. But better if they don't